So the Ashes have finally started, and boy, we are cooking with gas. Steve Smith, you were doing so well when you kept your mouth shut. Well done to an old friend of ours, Monty, for reminding Smith what Monty's flaws were just a lack of general knowledge. But Smith, your flaws, and that was on the field of cricket. And wow, we're getting fired up now because we've not even talked about day one. So welcome back to Two Halves, Two Innings Cricket. This episode is sponsored by Synaptech. So boys, what a day. First day of the Ashes in Perth.
Yeah.
I mean, Piers Morgan summed it up this morning with a tweet. He did not expect to wake up knowing that 19 wickets have fallen.
No.
Was it the
What time
pitcher's
he
fault?
wakes up?
Must
What
have
time
been
he
an
wakes
Indian-
up?
Must have been an Indian curator, eh?
Yeah. But, boys, what a great test match this first day.
It's been an absolute firecracker of a test match. We even started the game and already
day.
Steve Smith and Monty Panesar are having it out. Steve Smith saying, "I wouldn't trust a guy who thinks the capital of what was it? Athens is the capital of Barcelona or something." He's questioning his general knowledge. Well, Steve Smith, the only knowledge you need to learn, mate, is how to defend and how to leave the ball because you got taken to school. The whole Australian cricket team, even the England cricket team, what an absolute crazy 19 wickets. And it's just really funny because you know what? There was so much build up to the Ashes. Fair play to Ben Stokes. You know what? England fans, especially supporters, waking up in the morning looking at that score, thinking 172 all out. They thought, bloody hell, Australia are going to run us over. But you know what? Great captaincy and leadership by Ben Stokes to spearhead a 5-wicket haul. Mitchell Starc taking 7 wickets. Who said test match isn't fun? Who said test match is not exciting?
But why, Ajay? Why on a fast wicket, sporting the Pacers, 19 wickets? We're talking about what a great day. The same spinning track in some continental pitches. Everyone's saying, "Oh, what a rubbish pitch! What a rubbish pitch!" Isn't this a rubbish pitch?
So it's interesting to see that obviously Australia had moved the first test obviously into Perth, and naturally it's a very long pitch, it's a bigger pitch, and obviously they were thinking that there'll be great bounce and life on this pitch. It's meant to be a very good batting pitch, but we saw the total opposite. We didn't see any high scores really. Again, 172, less than 200 runs scored by England in the first innings, and again the whole Bazball this, Bazball that. I think they just kind of fell a bit, to their own kind of strengths, to be fair, England, chasing after the ball, playing some outrageous shots and not really kind of thinking about the situation. I mean, this is the first day of the test and you have somebody like, Zach Crawley getting out for a duck. After just having 5 balls, he, either missed or defended in the first over and then decides to play a shot at the last ball of the first over to give Mitchell Starc the wicket. You got to think to yourself as an opening batsman, think about the play, think about the
But that's
wicket,
how they play, Ajay. That's how they play. They don't know. That's how they play.
It's shocking.
It's shocking, but that's how they play. Now you see, they scored 172 runs really quickly, right? Look at where Australia are now. 123 for 9. 23. They may be all out by first over next tomorrow. So they have a lead. I mean, who thought that when I woke up, I saw 172, so there you go. Game over. It's like deja vu as well. But the second deja vu I had was when India played last year in Australia. First game, Perth. We got out cheaply. We bowled them cheaply. And then we scored big runs in the second innings and we won the game at Perth. But then again, we lost the series. Is that the history repeating itself?
So that's the difference between the Indian and the English mentality. I think that Indian team have not got the attacking mentality as the Australian team. So England team, but England have, and that's Bazball. So I know we touched on it our last recording, Rohit, that although it's entertaining, they actually haven't won anything. But that's why I also said at the start of the podcast is was the creator an Indian creator? Because normally, as you said, the media bias is, it's the creator who's creating these awful pitches, etc. And just like with India's first test, actually, most of the wickets were from fast bowlers. They weren't from spinners. So regardless of what the spinning track was like, the majority of wickets in India's first test against South Africa were from seamers, and in this game, obviously, they were mainly from seamers as well. But is 19 wickets on day one of a test, is that a record? Or
since 1909, that was, I think, the most number of wickets fallen in the first day of an Ashes. So over 100 years, yeah. So again, you know what? One question I wanted to ask, is kind of, why are we seeing so many wickets falling in test matches recently? It doesn't seem that batters know how to kind of keep themselves in, or kind of play a decent knock.
Yeah.
T20, that's it.
Yeah.
T20 is killing the actual test cricket. This is what I believe. Again, as a spectator, it's very entertaining because we are getting more results in the test matches. We are not seeing too many board draws, but the skill level of the players, I think, is going down, because now they all think is just to play the shots, get a 4 or hit the ball for a 6. And you can see, like you mentioned, Ajay, in the WhatsApp group as well today, right? Look, the last 3-4 wickets they gave away. They were properly bad shots. They should have just taken it. Okay, we lost the wickets now. We're 7 down. It's not even 150. Let's take it slowly now. Let's go to 200 at least, minimum. But now, no. But they want you to hit. And it's a big ground as well.
So the reason why I asked that question was because I was doing kind of some research in my spare time on my lunch break. And I was kind of looking at the lowest total scores in test matches year by year. So I kind of picked out a few random years, and I kind of went from like 2005 almost. And quite some interesting stats that I kind of pulled up about how many total scores were less than 150 or less than 250. So if we kind of look between like 2005 to 2010, there were only about an average of about 14 scores in that whole calendar year that were less than 150. And about 57, 46, 40 scores that were less than 250. After COVID, around about 2022, 2023, 2024, we saw about 25 lower scores than 150, even 2024 alone.
Wow.
So, and then 84 total scores in the calendar year, less than 250. And if we look at 2025, 18 scores less than 150, 60 scores less than 250. So if you look at the average, it was a lot less back in 2005, 2010, 2015. There were the averages of the scores being less than 250 have gone up, and even more than less than 150. So it might fit into what you guys were saying about our test players just not that disciplined anymore. They're not being taught how to bat like Dravid, bat like Pujara. Be the wall, being able to kind of block out 60, 70 balls and only score 12 runs and be happy with it.
I think it goes back to what Gautam Gambhir said. Again, what we picked up in our last podcast with it was that he said that the Indian players, they need to have that mentality to be able to defend. But so again, it just kind of just further backs up your point that you made about the whole T20 mentality, really. And it's a shame, really, because the players that, when you need to dig deep, the players like Pujara, the players like Rahul Dravid, they're the ones that we always kind of refer back to. And even Sir Alistair Cook, he got so much stick from the likes of Piers Morgan about his batting style that he's very boring. But I think he's England's highest run scorer, and
he was the best.
He's got a knighthood, and I think recently Piers Morgan had to eat his hat, so to speak, and apologise for the stick that he gave him, because I think he realised actually, what a wonderful player he was, because you don't score those runs by being a bad player, And again, actually, Ajay, I think another interesting stat would be to see how many, have the centuries dropped as well, so or the number of average runs, average balls of players facing as well. So I think again will you suggest if they're getting more gung ho, that they're probably not going to be in facing as much balls.
It took me a long time just to find out those stats. I couldn't go into any more detail. I had to get back
for the next one.
Homework for the next one. But you're right, and I think obviously, is it just a case of pitches are now different? They're kind of more suited to a certain style of play to maybe favor the advantage of the home team. Are the quality of batters dropping? Are the quality of the bowlers increasing? And one kind of hypocrisy I want to kind of mention, and I think Rohit, you brought this up perfectly in the group, was that obviously India played South Africa, low scoring test game, failed to score over 160, 170 in the first innings. India failed to even score 100 in the second innings. Fox News putting it out there, shambolic, death of Test cricket, 15 wickets gone, India. But then same Fox Sports talking about England triumphant, knocking down 9 wickets for Australia, 19 wickets the whole, first day. The beautiful test game is back. There's a bit of hypocrisy there. And obviously one's article is blaming the pitch, but we look at Australia. I think it was Ben Stokes. I think when he scored, his maiden century against Australia, the pitch on that, there were so many cracks. It was horrible, man. Like it was probably one of the worst pitches I've ever seen. So, again, there's a lot of hypocrisy there when it comes to how we look at test match and how we look at low scoring tests. But one concern that I am kind of thinking is that there's no good quality. Test is not kind of going to 5 days anymore. It's just finishing after 3 days. You might as well not even buy a 4th day or a 5th day too.
So yeah, but this is why when we played England had the series in England this year. It was a brilliant series. Every game went to 5 days.
Fantastic,
right?
Fantastic,
because I think pitches were great in that because it favored both bat and bowl. That's why the scores went to. The matches went to the 5th day. Every single game,
every day.
But now, I'm. This is we guys touched it. I'm. See, I don't see. DK mentioned, Ashwin mentioned this morning as well, and some few other players mentioned as well on the Twitter saying. Everyone is saying, what a great pitch, 19 wickets, what a great day. We started our podcast by saying, what a great day. But same way, we don't say when we play in India. If 19 wickets go away in India, first day, they will say, oh, what a crap pitch. It's a bit of racism, it's a bit of that bias.
Of course. They start calling health and safety officers. Oh, this pitch is dangerous. It's dangerous to life. Obviously, they start, But the great thing is, after following the spat between Monty and Steve Smith, who I think is an absolute idiot. England are hopefully going to grab the Aussies by the balls and just literally stick it down them. So come on, England, let's get them out tomorrow and let's seal this win.
Let's get it out. Yeah.
So standout
they're in a
performances, obviously
fantastic position.
7 wickets for Mitchell Starc for Australia, and Ben Stokes, again got 5-4. And Ajay, I think you kind of mentioned in our chat, is he England's best all-rounder? I don't think he is, but Rohit, yourself?
Yeah, I think Ian Botham is still the best all-rounder for England. But if you see Ben Stokes, the way he bowls, the captain, how he does, steer his team, it's amazing. And Ajay, you 100% right when you said he's a one-time generational talent. One-off generational talent, right? He is basically. That's what general all-rounders are.
And I think when we look at previous Ashes, test matches, and we always go back to maybe 2005, quite fond memory in a lot of the English media and the pundit. We look at Andrew Flintoff. Absolutely fantastic. And I think the first ball of that series, I think Steve Amerson actually bowled an absolute wide.
But that was in Australia. That was in Australia.
But the likes of those characters like Ashley Giles, Trescothick, Strauss, but Andrew Flintoff, fantastic character, and really lit up that series when he took those wickets. And same with Ben Stokes. I have to say this. I said this with the England and India Test match series. If they struggle to find a wicket, Ben Stokes knew how to get the golden ticket and get the raffle and get the wicket there. And it's like in football, you come in clutch. It's like a penalty spot. You need that man to take and convert that penalty. Same with Ben Stokes. Somehow he might, his body might be broken, his shoulder might be hanging on by a thread, his hamstring might be gone, but he puts his all into it. So I have to give credit to Ben Stokes.
Yeah, he's the Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira of football. in England team.
Yes.
He's
Right,
that
Rob,
captain.
yeah.
That kind of
Yes.
captain. Both. I would say
No,
Roy
no,
Keane
Steven
and
Gerrard.
Steven
Yeah,
Gerrard.
well,
Yeah.
we'll give Liverpool fans something.
Yeah, we
Steven
welcome Liverpool
Gerrard.
as well.
Yeah. It's true. It's
No, I
true.
think you're right. That's a brilliant analogy there. And I think the one thing I'll say, Freddie Flintoff was brilliant all round.
Yeah, he was brilliant as well. Yeah.
He when he's on form, he was brilliant, but he wasn't a great captain. So that's why I think Ben Stokes, he's brilliant batter, brilliant bowler, and also a very good captain. Yeah. So I think that's why he edges Freddie for me.
Exactly. No,
but I still think Surrey and Botham is so probably still
Ian Botham
better.
is the top, I believe, right? Yeah, but I think Ben Stokes is better than Andrew Flintoff. I do believe that because Flintoff didn't bat as well as Ben does. So Ben is a great proper general rounder. He can bat and he can bowl, he can field, he can do wonders, man. And captain, I really like it.
I think even if you just take the stats out of it and how many wickets or how many runs, it's about the key moments that I think define Ben Stokes, impact player. Impact. You look at your fantasy football, you look at the ICT rating on the player and think, how much impact has that player got?
Exactly.
Ben Stokes is high up there, because like you said, India might be, 2 wickets down, 300 on the board. They look like they're running away with it, but then Ben Stokes just delivers not even the best ball, but just adds that little bit more bounce, a little bit more pace, and he gets a nick. That's the impact, I think, of Ben Stokes. And we saw it throughout the summer, and we've seen it today.
Okay, guys. Enough of this England thing. But,
one quick thing, though, quickly. Is there an XG for cricket?
Oh, yeah. Is it XG?
No, it's XW, expected wickets.
XW, XB, I don't know, whatever it is.
X-balls.
X-balls. Let's finish it on that.
No, but credit where is due, guys, isn't it? Brilliant performance
for Ben Stokes, though, boys, remember, he's a Kiwi, so it's going to mean more to him. So one, he's running the Kiwi-Australia, obviously rivalry, and then obviously then he's got the England or Britain.
A Kiwi coach as well.
Australia,
he's a Kiwi coach as well.
Australia rivalry as well. So it's going to probably mean more to him than most people, actually, this Ashes series. So look forward to kind of day 2 and what pans out there. So, Ajay, you want to talk about India A versus Bangladesh A?
I didn't watch it, guys. I'm not even following that game.
Guys, you have to watch this game.
I don't want to watch
Disclaimer, and I don't want to spoil. Well, I'm going to spoil everything for obviously our fans who haven't watched it. But it was the most comical game of T20 cricket I have ever seen. Now, fair enough, these are not the first team players. These are not internationally, renowned players. I mean, some of the India A players obviously have had international experience, but absolute calamity. You thought, when you think of a game where the opposition wants you to win, India could not even take the present from Bangladesh. There was some abysmal fielding by Bangladesh, drop catches dropped that led to boundaries. Check this out, guys. Bangladesh made 194. India were on 191. They needed 4 runs off the last ball to win. And the bowler delivers a great ball, and the batsman, I can't remember who was it right at the end, was just hit the shot. It didn't go for a boundary. It was just a simple 1 run, 2 run. Bangladesh, all they had to do was throw the ball. But all they had to do was throw the ball easy to the wicketkeeper. It would have been 2 runs. They would have won the game by 1 run. What do Bangladesh do? Misthrow to the wicketkeeper. Wicketkeeper tries to throw stumps and miss the stumps. India come back for a 3rd run. They tie the game. Tie the game into a super over.
And what happened?
And that's not even the funniest part. No, that's not even.
No, you can't tell us that. He's going to leave a bit of suspense for us now.
No. Game is over. Game is over, right? We can.
Yeah. Listen, that's not even the funniest part. After conceding 3 runs, that should have been only 1 run or 2 runs.
Yeah.
India bat first in the super over. They don't even score a run.
Oh.
They get bowled out in 2 balls.
0.
2 wickets fall.
Oh my God.
0.
Oh dear.
Bangladesh just need 1 run from 6 balls.
Zero.
Sharam Digal. Pakka Sharam Digal. Jitesh Sharma's captaincy.
Bangladesh didn't score nothing either. That's what you should be telling.
No. Well, they didn't technically score anything. But they won. And how they won is this.
Yeah.
The first ball, Suyansh was bowling. He's a leg breaker. The Mutaz Ali, I think his name was Mukhtar Ali. yesterday, I think it was. He skies it to boundary fielder, catches the ball on the boundary line like Surya Kumar.
Ooh.
First ball, wicket.
Oh.
Second ball, balls are wide.
Oh.
Then
Oh, what a silly game! This is
the most comical game of cricket I have ever seen. The fielding was like you were playing under 12s. Like it was just shocking. Like drop catches, like I said. But the funniest thing was, and I'm a bit disappointed in India, it was that Bangladesh only were 144 for I think for 18 overs. In the last 2 overs, they scored 50 runs. And India made 144 runs in the 14th over. And literally bottled it. So fair play to Bangladesh team. They're going to play Pakistan or Shaheens. It was such a funny game at T20.
Whoever's putting this onto the socials, do you mind putting the link on the comment section for our viewers to kind of watch the highlights of this game? Because Ajay, you sold it really well.
No. I've sent the link in our group. It was such a good game, such a bad game at the same time.
Share it with our viewers. Let's share it with our viewers. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, then quickly, honestly, let's wrap up very quickly. So the India's second test match, against South Africa, starts tomorrow. Gill has been confirmed out, so Rishabh is captaining the side, and Sai Sudarshan, as Rohit, as we kind of thought, will be in for Gill. He is in, but Aksa's out, so I don't know if that's through injury or through just change the squad. But Nitish Kumar Reddy's in for him. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think again all-rounder, isn't it? They could have put another specialist better there. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Gambhir was listening to you, Rohit. You said to him, Yaar, okay, if I play too many all-rounders, I'll listen to you. I'll play another all-rounder. Literally.
But they actually swapped with why they swapped Akshar with Nitish? Is it not a spinning wicket?
No, that's what I'm saying. Sure. Is it tactical or is it because of injury?
We don't know. We'll find out in the morning. Yeah.
Okay, well,
that's it.
Well, let's hope we haven't got the same creators they've got in Perth and we had allegedly in. Where's the first test again? I forgot.
First test was Eden Gardens. Yeah.
Eden Gardens, yeah. So let's see. Yeah. The pressure will be on the creator then. Let's see which test comes out. So look forward to speaking about, summarising probably, I'm sure the first Ashes test, which will be finished by tomorrow if day one is anything to go by. And looking forward to catching up on India's, hopefully, test win. So that's it for now. Take care. Look forward to your comments. And please do watch this hilarious India A versus Bangladesh T20 game that Ajay is very...
Trust me, you won't be disappointed. The last over of that India's second innings, you will not be disappointed. Tough as duffers, comical errors, brilliance, honestly.
And Monty, if you ever get to see this, it'd be great to get you onto the show and get your take on obviously the Steve Smith spat, but also your expertise in kind of playing in a test match for England, in the Ashes. So anyway, over and out.
I will quiz you on general knowledge.